Welcome to Gilded Trash Podcast, where life isn't always polished,
but it's usually entertaining.
Every episode, we dig through the stories, the chaos, and the occasional dumpster fire.
With a little comedy, a little honesty, and honestly, probably me getting myself into trouble by talking about something that I shouldn't.
Visit us at gildedtrash.com for new episodes, Scott's upcoming comedy shows, and everything happening with the podcast.
And if you want the behind-the-scenes nonsense, you're really that into it, or just the TikTok drama that Crystal somehow always finds herself in.
Come find me on TikTok.
I'm Scott.
I'm Crystal, and welcome to Gilded Trash.
Lanterns flicker, thunder rolls, Scott and Crystal on patrol. Back roads twist, the moon hangs low. Sasquatch tracks where the rivers flow.
All right.
Happy birthday, America, how are you?
Don't you know me? Yeah, we're coming up on the 4th of July, and I am so excited. This is your July 1st episode that we are recording. And what do we got going on? What have we been doing the last 2 weeks?
We've had a lot going on. I've been fixing the porch.
I know.
I'm cleaning out the basement.
You got so much done.
Yeah, that's been real exciting. I have worked on some comedy. Did a couple mics here and there. But yeah, we got, by the time you have heard this, I'll have hosted a mic this coming Monday.
Yeah.
And then Thursday, it's a little competition heading into the weekend to be on some shows. So we'll be doing that up at McGarvey's. Because it'll be the following, after this episode comes out, people will be listening. So if you're out there somehow and you can make it to Altoona to support me.
Thursday night, McGarvey's.
It's
a competition.
July 2nd.
Yep.
I'm trying to go. I'm trying to get the spot on the Harrisburg Casino thing.
Hell yeah.
That's where I want. Forget New. I mean, I'll be happy to take any of them, but I would really, because then people I know could actually come.
Right, for sure.
So that'd be real cool.
No, that's a really, really cool competition. I love McGarvey's. I love Rich McGarvey. He's a interesting dude.
That he is. Yeah, no, I like him.
So in August, we're coming up on 2 years of Gilded Trash.
Wow.
I know. And we've talked about this a couple times, but so the highlights for the news cycle this past 2 weeks has been the bunny jelly roll divorce.
That's all I've seen in my feed. My God, do I not care that much. Here's the thing is, I'm not against jelly roll. I'm not against bunny XO. I'm not against marriage. I don't care anything about it, really, honestly. However, I mean, I like jelly roll. Like, I like some of his songs and stuff. But proportionately, for the amount that I've had to read about it, look at about it, listen to it through my scrolling, it's incessant.
It is.
And it's cumbersome at this point.
Everybody has a take. TMZ is all over it. Like, People Magazine is all over. It's like everywhere.
And I don't know if the other part of it too, the weird part is, like, it's not like Jelly Roll is the most famous person in the world or something.
No, it's not. And there's two camps, and we'll get into that. So, full disclosure, everyone, this week's episode is one of those a little bit deeper ones. We're going to get deep, but we'll bring it back around home with some funny shit at the end. So, hold on, I guess. We'll get through it. But the reason, so yeah, it's in the news cycle, right? But full disclosure, and we've talked about it before, I wanted to even start a podcast because of me following Bunny XO, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so,
because she had a podcast.
She did have a podcast, but it's like deeper than that even, right? So in 2015, we had just gotten back from Myrtle Beach, and you and I had been, we had been together for about 3.5 years. Or no, wait, let me think about that. We got together in 2009. So we had been together coming up on 6 years, or we had just hit our 6-year mark when we got back, and we were at 3.5 years of marriage. Yeah. So about 3.5 years of marriage. And when we came back from Myrtle Beach, because you were like deep in your addiction.
Oh yeah, probably the worst I ever was.
I mean, that
maybe not the worst, but certainly it was bad.
The worst for me and you being together.
Well, I don't know though. I would argue that later it was pretty bad.
Well, yeah, coming from 2015 through 2016.
Right, it's all one period of time.
Yeah,
I mean, it's all one period of time. That like 3 to 4 year period there is like, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But regardless of any of that.
So when we got back from Myrtle Beach, like I was trying to figure out like how whether or not we were going to work. I was trying to figure out like just who my real support system was, right? Because that's the one thing that I hated about being so far away in South Carolina was that like my son's grandmother called me a lot while I was down there. So the people that weren't really living it or weren't close to us back then, I don't know if they didn't believe how bad it was or if they thought, this is Crystal, she's strong. Do you know what I mean? But like, I wasn't getting a whole lot of support. I felt like I was going it alone, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's when, I guess Instagram already had taken off, but I wasn't really in those. Like, I didn't do like Twitter and Instagram a whole lot, right? Well, then I got on Twitter and Bunny kept popping up in my feed. And this was before I listened to Jelly Roll's music. I think it was before he really blew up.
Right. I mean, he was popular. You probably knew who he was because he was on some, like, we were vaguely aware of him much before, like.
Right. But
like, because of the country rap scene.
Right. Like,
which I'm deep into. I'm deep into the country rap. I know every country rap beef.
Do you really?
No.
Stop it. I was like, did you start studying this while I wasn't paying attention? No, you're talking about country beef raps, which are
No, I'm talking about country rap beef.
No, country
rap. He was involved in some country rap beefs. He was beefing with other country rappers.
Ryan at church.
Well, this is long before this.
So, yeah, there's all of that. And that actually plays into their divorce a little bit, too, now. Mm-hmm. Or the rumors, I would say, around their divorce.
Right, because we don't know. No one knows, obviously. Right. You can't know unless they've stated. And people have read what they've said. What they have said, they've read a lot into. But that also doesn't mean that that's what they...
None of it.
Right, so I'm not going to make any assumption as to what But... Again, to your broader point.
Right, but I'm just kind of setting up this.
Rumor is that this is sort of one of the things that's played into.
Right, one of the reasons. But I'm like kind of framing the scenario of why I felt so attached to Bunny. Because in 2015, I think she was going through it with him publicly on Twitter, or it was between 2015 and 2017. She was going through it publicly with him on Twitter. And I was Team Bunny all the way. And what I saw was a strong woman who was being harassed because of her history, right? She was not a porn star, but she was an escort.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was really cool that a former escort could have a podcast and that people would like love her, right? And again, this was years ago. And so obviously I've grown as a person now. So it's not as unfathomable. You see all the people.
Absolutely. I mean, here's the thing is like, we've talked about this before too with like, or maybe we haven't, I don't know. But I can't remember what we've talked about when we have
so much.
That you can very much associate with a person at one period in time.
at one period of their life, and then
and that you relate to.
Right.
That doesn't necessarily mean that you like wholeheartedly lock, stock, and fucking barrel agree and worship them.
Right.
But so many times people want to take that. I think that goes for anything. It doesn't just have to do with this. It's a broad statement about the way that people attach you to people that you so-called admire, make a good statement, support, or whatever.
Right.
Because it's like, just because you know what I mean? Like,
you're bringing up so there's a great reference to that right now in the media, which is Jack Osbourne going to the UFC thing.
Right. And I mean, we've heard it from a crowd because, of course, you know, being comedian, like I follow all the comedy news, you know, of course.
Sure.
And you know that, like, they like wrote everybody through the ringer, but they don't care because they're already associated with. But they threw in Nate Bargatze this time. Remember?
Yeah.
This poor guy who, like, you know, God love Nate. Like, he doesn't try. He's like Jimmy Fallon, dude. He's never going to give you a take.
Right.
And no matter how hard you try, no matter what's going on, he just tries to support everybody, like doing whatever.
In real life, and I don't know him in real life, but I'm saying, like, in real life, I'm assuming that he's the guy that you ask him a serious question and he responds with a joke.
He always deflects. He's never going to give you. And now I'm sure that he has opinions, but I'm sure that, like, he talks about that with his friends and his wife.
Right.
You know what I mean? And people that know him know how he feels about things. But that's the only people that should know.
Exactly.
But regardless of any of that, back to Jack Osbourne, who, again, a huge UFC supporter, always has been. And
people are making it political.
And people are making it political when it really, and they're like, well, they're like, oh, you're being complacent with these are all stretches, like, to say that this is like some sort. It's all a stretch, and it's just
like TMZ trying to get in Shane Gillis's face as he was leaving about the Michelle Obama.
It's just all about getting headlines. Clicks.
That's all it is.
It's about getting a headline that can generate clicks. That's all it's
such
about.
bullshit. I wish we could go back to the time where politics and religion were only spoken in closed
I wish
rooms.
we could go back to the time where not everyone had a voice. Not everybody needed a voice.
Right.
This is what there was some people that did need a voices, but there was ways to get them out there, man. And we didn't. Now everybody, that's the solution is not everyone having. If some people have a voice and some people don't that should, the solution then is not to give
everybody a voice. It's overcorrection.
It's overcorrection. Not everybody needs a voice. Some of you, matter of fact, need to shut the fuck up. Because it's painful for some of us. It's painful for the 50% of us that really don't give a fuck about anything other than just your general life and the people that I care about and love.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be shit coming at you no matter what happens. No matter who's in power, no matter who's calling the shots, no matter where you're at in life. It doesn't matter if you're poor or rich, you still get shit dumped on you by life because life
is life.
Life is life, and the system that we live in sucks.
Right.
And we can't worry about the things that do matter. I mean, in the way that we should.
Right. Because we're being distracted by this shit.
Everybody having a voice, and it doesn't matter. So, exactly. But regardless of any of that, back to
yeah.
That was all about Jack Osbourne, but where were we going with that?
So we were just talking about how, like, again, back then, I was like...
about how you can support somebody at one point.
Right, and just not anymore.
That's not a blanket agreement.
And it's not like I found anything out or whatever, but I did. So when I first got on social media, I did a lot of bunny posts. Because, like, I was attaching myself, trying to figure out what my niche was. What was I going to report on or whatever? What was I going to talk about? And I just felt like So Bunny has her podcast. She has Mimi and Haley who are with her all the time. They do socials. So there wasn't anything to talk about because to me, there was nothing controversial or nothing like newsworthy or, and
Sure.
because of the following that she has of people who are dedicated, you couldn't take the anti-Bunny position in anything at all.
Right.
In anything. Like, because then you had all these like fucking masses of people who never met her in real life
Right.
would come after you and be like just vicious
Yeah.
for having a difference in opinion.
I think this just goes to, again, just back to what we're saying. The internet sucks, dude.
It sucks so bad.
And the thing is like, because of, like, just like you said, but that also brings out all these weirdos. Like,
these people that need parasocial relationships because nobody's talking to them in real life.
That's exactly right. And the thing is like, people, like, then they latch on to these like public figures, like you said, who they've never contacted, will never talk to in real life. They're never gonna. None of these people care about that, vice versa. It's a blind allegiance.
So we were talking about parasocial relationships and how people latch on to people that they don't know and have never met.
Right, and then just have blind allegiance towards them, and then, like you said, though, if you say anything about them, it's just like Taylor Swift people.
Oh God, they're the worst.
No, I'm not saying that all of them are like that. That's, again, it's not that everybody that likes that person is like that either. That's just a generalization. But like, there is this large portion of people that, for whatever reason in life, become fixated on public figures. That's part of it. And again, this goes to America, like in the culture of celebrity and like all this like weird, like who we choose to venerate. You know what I mean? Like, is really weird. And it becomes, it bleeds over into society where you get this, like I said, fixation with public figures. It's like fame is a very, very, very weird thing. Not only what it does to the person that's famous, but what it does to the people that like the person
that attach to them.
Right. I mean, look at like Michael Jackson.
Oh God.
You know what I mean? Like, look at all the people that have been like so famous that it's like broke them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
It's happened to a lot of people. Like,
well, and not only that, but I mean, look at all the people that wanted to be him so bad that they like alter their appearance to look like him. I mean,
and I'm saying it's like, it's any of those people. Like, I mean, whether it's Elvis or Britney Spears or whoever, look how many people. But then you also see like, and you'll hear other celebrities say like, if I you'd be like, whatever happened to that person? And they're like, oh, I had to get out of the rat race that is
right,
that life. You know what I mean? Like, and then so they remove themselves from it. So they had enough. You know what I mean? But you have these some of these other people that aren't able to have that foresight to be able to, you know what I mean? Be like, I got to back away, or they became so famous that it became unattainable to return to normal life.
Right.
Like in the case of like Michael Jackson or Britney Spears or somebody like that.
Oh God.
They can't just go, but I'm saying they just can't go live a normal life.
You just can't.
No matter how hard I mean, yeah, they could if they just went out into the middle of nowhere and didn't.
And nobody.
But even then, they're isolated.
Right. Then they're isolated.
And then it's a whole other, then they're still crazy. They're just out there. You know what I mean? It's like.
Right. Well, even back, like, and you don't have to be famous. That's the scary part of it, too. Because, like, when chat rooms first became a thing, like, I was going in them because I'm curious. Like, I wasn't going into chat rooms for, like, love. That wasn't
I mean, you don't have to justify chat rooms. Everybody was in chat rooms back then.
No, I know. But, like, a lot of people that were in chat rooms, like, when they first started, they was, like, weird kink chat rooms and a lot of, like, that kind of stuff. But I went into, like, paranormal chat rooms. I went into, like, ones where people claimed to be witches. Mm-hmm. So I could talk and learn about that
all
stuff.
Different categories.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just like Reddit or something today.
Yeah, it was just like a menu that you chose, and you're just like whatever you wanted to talk about, you could find a group for it.
Right, exactly. And it was kind of cool, but I had one or two people attach themselves to me in a very scary way back then. But I also lived with my parents. The one actually drove in from Pittsburgh, and my dad walked outside and was like, I will fucking kill you, dude.
But yeah, I mean, people. I mean, that's. I think the greater point is that there's always been people like that in society that are weird like that.
Right.
But it's not just them. It's like then it's spread now to, like you said, because it's already somehow in the mind, wherever it is biologically. You know what I mean? Something that creates people to have a fascination that they latch onto is ingrained somewhere in human
Right.
biology. And so eventually, when we got to the point where we have fame, because for fame in the ancient world up until just like the 1950s or something, you know what I mean,
Right.
it really didn't mean a whole lot because
No.
media didn't exist in the way that it did. You were
Famous people could travel. We've talked about that with little Jimmy Dickens coming up to Waynesboro.
right.
Like,
Yeah, and people didn't bother because it was just a different time. Things were just different back then.
people were just people. Like, look at like when Elvis joined the
But-
military, for example, and went off to
Well,
war.
yeah, but Elvis is like the first example of people going bananas.
Right.
So it's like he became like the first, like uber famous,
Like mega celebrity.
to the point where he couldn't. He was the most recognizable person probably in the world
Speaking of which,
because it was at the dawn of television.
right.
So for the first time, the world was connected via pictures that everyone could access,
Right.
see things happen in real time, or even slightly delayed. But it was like a snap of the fingers compared to the way things used to be.
Right. That was the first like instant gratification where you could.
Because radio, there was no picture.
Right.
So even though you may have known a name, you wouldn't know somebody to see him on the street unless you had seen pictures.
Had
of
been
them,
like
so.
staring longingly at their album cover for 2 years.
Right. Even then, the chances that they look like that
Right.
in real life would be slim to none because, you're done up for whatever. But regardless of any of that, Elvis, so then with the dawn of television, those people that already have this long ingrained human whatever defect,
Right.
it just parlayed into celebrity. And
Right.
where it's gotten exponentially worse as we've gone along and media's gotten bigger. And not so much so that now it affects, now even normal people are subject to the amount of scrutiny that normally would only be reserved for a celebrity
Right.
previous times.
Because normal people are living their lives publicly.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
All right, guys, quick break from the chaos because we need you, yes, you, to send us your weird.
Your cryptid sightings, your UFO encounters, your I swear this house is haunted moments, we want them all.
And don't just yell them into the void. Go to gildatrash.com, click the contact link, and tell us everything.
This is your chance to make us pack up a car, drive 6 hours to the town that you live in or grew up in, and wander around in the dark while I question my life choices.
True story. If you've got a skunk in your backyard, a ghost in your attic, or just saw something in the woods that you can't explain.
We'll bring the cameras, the coffee, the bug spray, all of it.
The jerky.
The jerky.
Exactly, but we can't come to you if we don't know about it.
Can I also just say that sometimes I string sentences together and I'm amazed that I don't fumble.
I know, but you were thinking through that one. I love it. So, and I think why the divorce is such a like hot topic, right? Is because so I'm not the only one that found Bunny in 2015, right?
Sure.
She had hundreds of thousands of followers on Twitter. She was posting about her life with Jelly Roll. I knew that he was a musician, but I wasn't listening to his music in the very beginning.
You also knew he was a fuck up.
But I knew he was a fuck up.
Right.
That's the thing.
Right.
And that moment in time, you were fucking up, right?
Yeah, I was a fuck up.
So I was
I was a
identifying.
fuck up for the greater part of my adult life.
Well, we're soon going to be at the tipping point where
I won't be.
Where I won't
be.
But so when they did make it, right, and then that documentary came out, which was for me like it was the thing for Somebody Save Me documentary. Like I sobbed and sobbed. Now, to be fair, I was going through one of my deep, dark, twisty times where I go into depression and don't come out for a week or so. So I was in that mode and I could feel myself ready to come out of it. And I watched that documentary and I was like, I don't know. Like when I go down those things, I always question our relationship, right? Even though we're solid today. So coming out of it, I was like, well, if Bunny and Jelly can make it, and now he's really famous and he's winning country music awards, and they were both white trash that got their shit together. He got custody of his kid. Like I was like so enamored by the success.
Right. The wins,
how they turned their shit show around to become better people.
Right, sure.
And I was like, oh, well, we did that. And so I want to do a podcast and we can talk about that. And we're going to call it Gilded Trash because that's what I saw in the moment. Like they were two very trashy people who were able to become people who lots of folks love and admire. Now, whether or not that love and admiration is justified, I think is yet to tell.
And I think this brings up to a point that you had brought up, not yet, but we're going to, is that the appearance
yes
of happiness or whatever you want to call it, that you can see in people, it doesn't matter celebrity or not, because we have full access. Basic people that choose to live their lives, even most people, let's just say, like, I mean, I know there's a lot of people that don't have social media, whatever, but the majority of Americans do, and the majority of Americans use it at least semi-regularly.
Right.
I'm not saying that they, you know what I mean? Like
and not everybody's on all of them either. Like,
right, absolutely.
I'm on all of them, but only do TikTok.
Well, I think a lot of people, they have a profile for everything, but they only really use one or two more prevalently.
I just like to say prevail. So for me, TikTok prevails, but I hear you.
But do you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. There's one they use more because they like whatever.
That's just the nature of things. You don't have time to sit. I mean, most people don't. Most normal working people, which is 80% of the country, don't have time to sit around and spend the same amount of time on each app.
If my Facebook didn't post to my TikTok or my Instagram for me, I would never post on Instagram. Never. I never go there. I never open it. If anybody has ever messaged me,
I do open it because sometimes people comedy related will message me on it.
Yeah, but that's another kind of good point too, is depending on what world you're kind of living in, right? Those are the different. So political is all on Twitter, which is X now, right? That's
right.
All
which
political.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure that some comedians use X.
Right.
And are on it. But
but
I don't think
mostly political.
Right.
Insta is mostly people trying to break into the business, whether it's music, comedy, acting. Insta to me, I feel like is a headshot. It's your headshot. It's your whatever. Facebook feels like the family potluck, right? That's your real friends and family in real life for the most part. But Facebook is starting to grow into more like TikTok.
I was gonna say Facebook is. It's so
It's getting
much
more and more like
bullshit,
TikTok
dude.
every day.
I wish it was my friends and family that I cared about. It's all bullshit, dude.
Anymore.
But I'm just saying, no, like I get it, but no, yeah, but to the point that like nobody's gonna use has that much. You know what I mean? It depends on what you're on.
Right.
That's why you can't get distracted.
No,
Not because I've totally lost what we were. Don't ever ask me to remember a spot.
No, it's fine. I've got a guideline in here, but we're
I'm
not
lucky when I'm talking that I get to the end of the sentence without losing my train of thought. That's the truth.
No, I feel you.
I feel like I need to write that down now. That's the joke. Is like, you ever have somebody ask you, "What was I saying?" Like, I have no clue, dude. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
We
I can't even
recorded like 20 minutes of a really good conversation and we don't remember.
Stop. It's recording on my thing.
But you're absolutely right. Perception is a big part of this, right? It's a big part of the conversation. And so like if somebody only went to my TikTok, they would think that I literally was the meanest bitch on the planet because I participate in drama talk. So I'm calling people out a lot. And if you don't know who the people I'm calling out are, if you don't know the backstory,
It sounds real aggressive.
it's really aggressive, but it's not because there's history in it.
Right, I get it.
It's what it's just
I know, but I'm saying they don't know.
They
I'm
don't
just
know.
saying I'm telling them,
Right.
the listener,
Right.
that it sounds crazy.
It sounds
until you
crazy.
get to until you get used to it.
But this is how I see TikTok. Like I look at TikTok as if I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Right.
I have missions on TikTok. The missions are to reflect back to people how they're acting. That's my mission on TikTok. It's a fun game for me. I enjoy it. It allows
To be
me.
fair, that's also your mission in real life. So I would say that maybe your authentic self on TikTok.
I am my authentic self. That's exactly the point I'm trying to make, is that if somebody has anybody attached to me like that, no, but a lot of people like enjoy my content, and I talk to them in messages and stuff.
Right.
And
it's a very specific thing that you're doing though. It's like with a group, you know what I mean? Like everybody's also participating.
yeah, like
in the same
everybody's
thing.
also, and most people are self-aware.
It's not like you're just picking out random strangers.
Yeah, I'm not. There are people who do that.
Oh, I'm sure there are.
That's
I'm
not
sure
like
there
the
are.
that's not the game that I'm in.
Right.
But
right.
to your point about perception though, like if you like listen to what I'm saying and listen to the points I'm making and listen to like when I do like educational or PSA ones, that's me. That's the authentic me. Like I don't have time to be a character. I really don't.
Right.
I don't have time to make up stories about my real life. My real life is kind of boring 99% of the time. And then 1% of the time, it's like we're doing comedy shit. We're meeting really fucking cool people. We're going on real cool trips. We're cooking really good shit. But the other, most of the time, we're like so boring.
Yeah, well, I think absolutely. I think that's most people though. But that's to the greater point though, is that I think most people lead pretty boring lives.
Right.
But they want to project.
Right.
And I'm not saying that they don't do stuff or take trips or do whatever, but I'll be honest, you've seen everybody's feed. Most of us are all doing the same shit. And maybe we do it at different times or with different people or in a slightly different way. But we're all doing the same shit, man.
Right. We take a trip to Tennessee and 5 days later, like every other friend we have in our feeds are like taking trips to Tennessee.
But yeah, but I'm just saying, like, it's just like, it doesn't even have to be that specific. We're all doing the same shit though. Everybody's raising families. Everybody's spending time with their friends, going places, doing this, going to concerts, going to comedy, doing this, going out to eat, doing this. Went to see this thing, went to see this show, went to see this, went to watch their nephew play baseball. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not a lot I'm not saying
There's not a
no
lot of
stuff out there
variance in the mean.
for most people.
Right.
And I'm just saying, but people always want to project that they're, for whatever reason, I don't know why, but they always also want to project happiness, which I guess makes sense because if you project happiness, you probably reflect it back. Maybe
Right.
partially in your mindset, maybe you are happier.
And
I don't know,
I
whatever.
absolutely love that you said that because it's a great kind of leap into one of the points I want to make. So it's a fine line, right? Because, so first of all, I will never be a victim on social media. I don't like that. It feels icky, right? But I also and I'm dramatic here at home, but I never not never, because my boss thinks I'm the most dramatic person in the world, but I try not to outwardly project drama because I don't want to be known as somebody that's dramatic. Like, that's not who I really don't want to be associated with that. Drama is magnetized to me and I am magnetized to drama. But at the same time, like, not everything needs to be dramatic, right? And so I'm a huge proponent of the concept of The Secret. We've talked about that. And so if I tell somebody, for example, that I'm having a shitty day because Scott pissed me off at 5 o'clock in the morning by looking at me when I was trying to go back to sleep, then that puts negativity out about you that I don't want other people having a negative thought about you because I don't want, do you know what I mean? So like, I don't project happiness, but I also don't share the bullshit either because it's nobody's business and we're going to get over it.
Well, but also back to your point, though, is everybody's got bullshit, man.
Right.
Everybody, do you think that it doesn't matter if you've been married for however long we've been married, 15 years or something like that, 14 and a half.
It'll be 50. Yeah. It'll be 15 in September.
Or if you aren't married, whatever, you got, and I mean, even if you live alone, you got bullshit.
Everybody has bullshit with
you got bullshit in your life,
right?
That you have to deal with.
You just work it out.
Yeah, exactly. You just get through it.
Right. That's exactly it. And so,
but again, to your point, though, it's not to share
right.
the world.
It's not, and like, if it was something major, maybe. Like,
right.
Okay, I'll give you an example because it's fucking funny. And if I can find the video, I might actually clip it. But right before you got clean, I went off the deep end on Facebook and took a garbage bag of your clothes and I poured honey in it, all on camera. I poured black dye in it. All this shit, and then I took it and gave it to you.
You know what? I just realized this because you did something so sinful that somewhere in heaven, the ghost of
you don't even know who it is.
I'm trying to think of a great Steeler. Somewhere in heaven, Chuck Noll is speaking to God on my behalf for what you did to the authentic Troy Polamalu jersey.
What did I do to it?
It had dye all over it and stuff. I'm saying, you could have hurt me in every other way. It wasn't about hurting me. I don't care. You could have taken it and done something with it, but it didn't deserve that. Do you know what I'm saying? That was sacrilege. And somewhere one day, you'll probably hear about this on Judgment Day. That's all I'm saying.
That's the thing that's not getting me into heaven is that I got.
No, I'm not saying it's not going to get you in, but it's going to be brought up. It's going to get brought up.
And I did lose my mind, but only on social media once. Before we left Myrtle Beach, I smashed one of your guitars. I smashed a 50-inch TV. I was mad. I was angry. Mm-hmm. But we made it through. We made it through.
But that's like, I mean, that's also like that's anybody that's ever dealt with addiction or anything knows how the lengths that people get driven to by their like.
I mean, but don't be fair to me because I was already crazy. You just tripped that wire and then some during that period of time.
Right, exactly.
I mean,
absolutely.
I took some risks. I was offering to work with the Myrtle Beach police to be an informant. I was actively messaging the Myrtle Beach police. I was wild.
No, I know you. I know how you are, so I have no doubt. But regardless,
there's a big point in there is that there was a period of time when you and I were fucking messy.
Right? No, I get that.
We were messy.
Right.
We were messy because I was doing messy things. You were doing messy things. So, but we got through it, and so there's no like perception, right? There's no perception to be had, and not a lot of people, but there are people who have commented through the years about how good we are together, right? And I don't even know if I know why. That's the thing. Like, I know why I love you, and I think I know why you love me most days.
But like, here's my question.
How does it work?
But I also wouldn't look at us and be like, man, they're great together. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if I saw us as another, because I don't like think like that about people.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I mean,
some people do.
No, I get that, but I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't be like, it's so amazing that I have to comment about it.
Right.
It would really take a lot.
But some people have. Like,
no, I'm not saying that they haven't. I'm not saying that they haven't. That's not my thing.
That's just not your style.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying the way people react about it sometimes makes me think like, it's like, what is it that we're doing?
Right.
That's what I was saying. I was agreeing with your point.
Yeah.
That what is it that we're doing that it's like, it's not that obvious though. To me is what I'm saying. I'm saying for me to just, I'd be like, yeah, they're awesome.
Right.
They're good people.
Right.
But I wouldn't be like, it's a historic kind of love and I'm going to comment about it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I mean, I guess it's the way that we talk. I guess what people are saying is we have a good rapport.
We do. We communicate well. And the way that we don't, like, do I get pissed off and talk to you shitty? Yes, I absolutely do. And I recognize that. I'm self-aware. I know when to pull that trigger because I know when it's going to sting. But in day-to-day life, for even if you just like do something random, like, hey babe, can you bring me like a tissue? I say thank you. You say thank you. It's not forced.
Right.
We like show each other appreciation.
We're both well-mannered.
Yeah, like that might be it. Like, I don't know. We both grew up with manners. Like that's it.
But what I'm saying, I don't know. I guess because maybe there's more people out there that are just like
total assholes to each other.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I think maybe that's what it is. Is like, we get along really well.
Yeah, like even when we're mad at each other, we get along. We can't not talk to each other.
It's like, so I get like what, but I guess that's what people are saying. But I'm also guessing too that like, I guess that's what people are saying too is that they see they must be a lot of people out there that are talking that treat each other like assholes.
Yeah, like I would like to know if we're the good.
I don't see that many.
I don't either. But I also can recognize what other people are saying because there are times where I look at a couple and like my heart melts, like literally. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited for them, right?
Well, yeah.
But we talking about the last episode, we were talking about Izzy and Tayshawn. Like, it's the same thing for them. I felt that little pull in my heart.
Well, I think you can see happiness.
Yeah, that's true.
I think you can see real happiness easier than you can see, because it's easy to mask if things aren't good.
Right. It is.
And I'm not saying that you can't always sometimes not notice that, but yeah, there is times that sometimes a lot of people are really good at putting on a persona.
Right.
But again, genuine happiness is easy to spot, I feel like.
Well, so I don't
Do you know
even
what I mean? Like it comes through. You feel it.
So a couple that have since both passed, that we both got to know very well was the Hershey's. And that was
not the candy company.
Not the company. No,
we're just referring to some people that
to a couple that we know that were older. And they came to our wedding.
They did.
That was really awesome of them. But yeah, like that actually means a little bit more now that I think about it, because they became my bar. The bar was set for me by them. Like my grandparents also had a long lasting relationship, but I saw the turmoil sometimes in their relationship. So I was less enamored with it. Like they just stuck it out. Right. And I feel like it didn't show as much until the end, even though they were both appreciative of each other. They still bitched about each other publicly. And so the fact that I heard it, like, I don't bitch about you to anybody. Like, I don't feel the need to. And I mean, I'm sure like in times when I'm difficult, you probably talk to your dad about it.
No, I'm not like that.
But I don't like bitch about
I don't talk to people about
Right, exactly. Like now I talk to Chappie about you.
Wow. We'll leave that alone.
So,
or do you? No.
Or do I? Is it Chappie? I'll never know. But so back to the whole perception thing though.
Right.
There's no perception that we're happy. I post when I post if we're out and about. Like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes I feel extra lovey towards you. But let's talk about that too, because I'm not a fucking romantic person. I'm not at all.
No, and neither am I. I'm probably more romantic than you.
But when we first got together, you wrote me lots of love letters.
I was also young.
You were young.
When you're young and in love, it's different.
It was sweet though. But it was also tedious for me because I'm like, even though everything you said, I still have most of, and it's all very heartfelt and it was meaningful for you to take the time to write it for me. Me having to read it was a lot.
I'm sure it was painstaking. I don't have time to read anything, dude. I talked about this already with him. I'm writing a joke because I'm afraid that reading books to the kid, I'm afraid that he's not going to really know how to read, because here's the thing is I can't read the type on any of these books. I need giant senior font.
Right.
Children's books are not written for 44-year-old parents.
Right.
Who are beginning to lose their eyesight. They're reading eyesight.
Right.
I can't. It's like I'm just making up words to go with the pictures. So he's not learning anything.
No, but he's also a baby. But
still, I feel like there's some connection.
Oh my God. So, we do have a really, really fun segment to wrap this up. We're going to get into it. But I wanted to close out that whole perception thing kind of meaningfully, because like we're now at a different stage, right, in our life, and things could change even further by the day. Like with your comedy stuff, I mean, we just don't know. And that's how we've always been. We've always kind of rolled through. Whatever happens, happens. Like we try to make plans. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But
right.
What you're like the future Scott and Crystal is not going to look back on this conversation and be like, they were just saying things to fill podcast time. Do you know what I mean? Like,
oh no,
we're best friends. Like
yeah,
that's
we talk. I mean, we
We're nerds that talk about literally everything
We talk endlessly about bullshit
all the time.
all the time.
That's why
what we
we're
do. That's why we sit down and do this, because we can. People are like, "Oh, you guys talk," because this is exactly what we do.
right. Half the time I'm like, shit, we should be recording this because we're talking about something so good.
Right. And
So
also
good.
something, sometimes, but to me, it's like all over the place, though. Just like the podcast.
Right.
Sometimes we're talking, it can be an in-depth conversation about a TV show, a restaurant, something serious.
Right.
Like addiction or whatever it is.
It's always something.
It's always something.
It's always something. Right. And it doesn't ever get old. When we first started dating, one of my things that I always said to you all the time when I didn't feel like listening to our same music over and over was I would stop the CD and be like, tell me a story. Do you remember that?
No.
I would.
It doesn't surprise
all the
me
time.
because I can, you know me, I could talk endlessly about it.
Yes.
Forever.
Yes.
But I got that from my grandma Reed,
Oh
because
God, yes.
her and I literally, I told you when I was a kid, I would call her and I would be on the phone 4 to 6 hours a day. I would call her up. We would play. There was a game that used to play on floppy disk called Murder by the Dozen. It was 12 like solvable mysteries that you like had clues, and they were hard too. They weren't easy. And I would call. We would play. It'd take 2 to 3 hours to do one of these things. We'd call and do it.
I love it. I love that she had the time for you to do that. That makes me so happy. I love her, Graham. All right, so we're gonna get into this segment. All right, so this little segment is called "How Are We Still Married?"
But I was gonna do a great. Let me just wrap up just from before for 1 second, because I was gonna say, if I do make it to being old, if people are ever like, how have you been married for 50 years? I'm going to be like, yeah, what's the secret? And it's have somebody that you can have a great conversation with and don't get tired of it.
I mean, that's actually a really good advice. Really good advice. All right. What is the dumbest thing we've ever argued about?
Sausage balls.
Sausage balls. Hands down. We talk about that. It's so funny.
Yeah, there was an incident where she was, it's so funny because we're always talking about cooking or whatever. And you made these like biscuit sausage balls that you make with the cheese and stuff. And was I drinking?
Yeah. You and Jimbo were pre-gaming. We were going somewhere.
And
I think to your Grams for dinner.
No, we were making stuff for the house. We were having
we were having a party, but you and Jimbo, we had to go out first.
But so regardless of any of that, and I tasted these sausage balls and I was like, these taste like shit. And I threw it in the trash. I was like, I could have made it better.
But the whole reason you reacted like that is because Jimbo ate one first and he was saying how damn good it was. And you got pissed.
No, I don't think that's what it was.
Why would you just do that out of random?
Because I thought they were going to be sausage and not like like a sausage meatball.
Oh, I'm with you. Either way, it was hilarious.
But
he whipped it into the trash can like an asshole. Okay, which one of us is more dramatic?
You.
Really?
Yeah. On what level?
Really? I addressed this earlier. I get into more drama.
I'm full of crap, though. That's a different.
Well, no, that's not even what I'm referring to, Mr. I think I have mouth cancer.
Listen, all the symptoms were there, are there. Let's not talk about it.
Anyway.
I don't need to be talking about medical issues.
Right. Don't put that into the either. Which one of us would survive longer on a deserted island?
Me.
Yeah, hands down. Like I'm resilient and I'm like, what, like, what's that called when you like stay on task? But I'm also pampered right now. Like I live a very pampered life and Scott's way stronger than me and could survive probably longer without food. Okay. Which one of us apologizes first?
Me.
You, for sure. Always. Like instantaneously. It's always instantly. Which one of us absolutely refuses to admit we're wrong? Also you. Also you. It's like this weird paradigm that I live in. But I study myself all the time. So I like try to make sure that I don't do things to hurt people's feelings. And so like I'm always like I don't ever say I'm sorry. I just admit that I was not doing something right, or I admit that I was doing something wrong, but I never say the words "I'm sorry." Like I hate those words. Like I feel
right,
like they're
never the bigger person. That is correct.
Which one of us spends more money?
No brainer.
No brainer. Hands down, me.
No person listening to this podcast needs to know the answer to that.
Okay.
Needs to ask the, you know what I mean?
Right.
Know that it's you, obviously.
So, marriage court, defender answer. Should couples share a Facebook account?
No.
Fuck no. That's corny.
That's so stupid.
So gay. Separate blankets. Yeah, if the blanket's big enough, like
I'm not. I don't. You have your own blanket that you use in addition to the.
Yeah, I have a weighted blanket,
but it doesn't really make a difference.
Same. Yeah. That's never been a thing for me.
I don't care.
Separate bedrooms.
No.
Yes, I'm all for
Not separate bedrooms.
I'm all for it. It's kind of sexy. Like, just come hang out in my room tonight.
No. You saw what happened on the episode of King.
Separate vacations.
No. I mean, vacations, but like
I don't see the need for it. Like I don't
a trip. Like if something like because obviously there's times when we
like every once in a while I'll be like, just go to your dad's without me,
or you like. I'm saying like there's things that we do
like you've said a million times, if I wanted to go on a girls trip I could,
or
like
comedy,
you know comedy, I mean? Yeah, like there's going to be times that I'm not going to go on the road. There's been
plenty of times where you've not gone to a comedy thing with me.
Absolutely.
So that's not a vacation, but a trip.
But, like
a trip,
separate
yes.
Trips, yes. Vacation, I want my vacation time to be with you.
Yeah.
And now family, right? So it's,
like it was specifically vacation, meaning
4 days or longer, non-work related.
Right.
No. Separate checking accounts. Yes, we both, we have it. Should spouses know each other's phone passwords? I mean, why not? Like, here's the thing is you know mine, I know yours. The only time we ever touch each other's phone is if we need to. Yeah. Well, and that's like never.
But it doesn't have it. It's like.
But it's not like neither of us have anything to hide.
Right. And it's like, it's like I wouldn't even feel that.
Right. Like I've never even wondered.
First off, we're together
all the time.
23 and a half hours a day.
For fuck's sake.
So it's like, in what world? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
And I'm not saying that that's the only reason, but like, I'm just saying, like, there's nothing to hide. Like, we don't have suspicious minds.
That's exactly. I mean, I do. I have a very suspicious mind.
I know, but like, now at a point in our life, we have nothing to, like you said, we just have nothing to hide. There's nothing.
Right. But so,
there's times where I'm like, you have my, you know what I mean?
Right. Like, whatever. I'll be like, here, take my phone or whatever.
Right.
We have each other's iPad stuff because we use them for the kid and for other stuff amongst them. And the iPads are connected to the phones anyway,
Right.
so it's all together.
Part of the same system.
This is a better question.
Right. You essentially could access my stuff even if you wanted to.
And we share half, like our photos and stuff.
Right. That's what I'm saying. There's nothing.
Is it okay to go to bed angry?
No.
No. And in 17 years outside of like the addiction thing, right? Which is it's a whole separate thing.
Right.
But like when we've been fine in 17 years, we've never. One time.
I mean, there's been a few.
There's been 3.
One of them been angry at me.
No. Right. One time you slept on my mom's couch.
Yeah, but they was always like.
Most of them was when we're drinking. Yeah, we're drinking.
It's something stupid. It's not. It's totally resolved the next day.
But it's not okay to go to bed angry.
No,
and normal day to day, we never do. Like we always kiss each other and say "I love you" every single night.
Right.
Never.
Yeah.
Is happy wife, happy life complete nonsense?
No.
Fuck no, it ain't. Would you still love me if I brought home another cat without asking?
Yeah. I wouldn't be happy about it, but I'd still obviously love you.
Would you still love me if I became TikTok famous for something embarrassing?
Yeah.
Would you still love me if I started calling everyone brother like Hulk Hogan?
I would love you more.
Okay. Do you have any of those for me? I don't. That was the only one that you were supposed to come up with questions.
No, I know I was supposed to, but I didn't know it was
It's
like that.
totally fine. Answer immediately.
I totally forgot about it, to be honest.
Answer immediately. Toilet paper, over or under?
Over.
Under.
Under? We do over all over. I don't think you know what under means.
Yeah, under is when it starts from the bottom.
It shouldn't start from the bottom.
Anyways, dishwasher, rinse or don't rinse?
We don't use a dishwasher.
But when we did.
Rinse.
Yeah, rinse, totally. Pineapple on pizza?
Yeah.
Yes.
Here's the thing. I don't understand. Can I pause there? I don't understand people's objection. They're like, pineapple never blonde. Go fuck yourself. Like, what do you give a shit about what somebody else eats on their pizza?
Right. Are you the heir of the pizza fortune?
Right. Like, who gives a shit? Do you monitor other foods like this? You know what I mean? Right on, here. Do you monitor?
I know, you're right in a bit. Come on now. Cats on the bed? Yes.
Yeah, of course.
TV on while sleeping.
Oh my God, it's my religion.
Thermostat?
50. No. 67 is my preferred.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I prefer 70 and I'm always cold.
So we compromise at 68. You give a little more there.
The rest are stupid. Okay.
Read them. I like them.
Cruise or cabin?
Cabin, obviously.
Yeah, I'm never going on a cruise.
Never going on a cruise for a variety of reasons, none of which have anything to do with the poop cruise or anything.
Right.
Even getting that far. I was against cruises before any of that started happening.
It sounds like too much.
I've said this before. Mm-hmm. If I can't see the land, I don't want to be out there.
Yeah, no thank you.
I don't want to be surrounded by water. I'm not a fisherman. I mean, I like fishing, but I don't want to be out there in the deep sea.
You're not deadly as catch.
Yeah, I'm not deadly as catch. I like going out in the ocean, but when you can still see the lighthouse way out in the distance, you know what I mean? Like I enjoyed going ocean fishing. Right. But like you're not like so far out. Or like the riverboat gambling thing.
Ooh, I love that.
I guess you are out in the middle of the water there.
Yeah.
But still, it's only 7 miles or something.
Right. It's not
I feel like as long as you're within like a straight shot, quick back to land.
Right.
I understand that you might be like a couple miles away.
So we're not going to be like on Step Brothers. We're not planning a cruise around the
I mean,
Keys.
I would be up for like a lake cruise or a riverboat cruise.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, but then I'm against cruises for other reasons.
Right. No, they're fucking petri dishes.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
First off, I don't like going on vacation to places in which you're like
First of
trapped
all,
with other people.
trapped with other people. I don't want to be itinerized.
Yeah.
None of that. Anyways, all right, let's get off that.
Cruises.
Beach or mountains?
Ooh.
I know.
How about a beach in the mountains?
Yeah, I like that.
Give me a Cowan's Gap.
Cook or order out?
I mean, when?
Right. It's dependent on the day. Like,
Right. Sometimes I don't feel like cooking.
we're both good cooks.
Right.
So,
if you're asking me what I prefer, my own cooking.
right. I prefer to eat my own cooking.
Sometimes I like to eat out because I don't feel like cooking.
Right.
And I'm not saying we don't get great food sometimes.
But so outside of pizza,
saying,
which you make really good pizza too now, but outside of pizza, like there's nothing else where I'm like, I always like yours better. Like steaks, I always like yours better. Seafood bowls, I always like yours better. Now I like when you don't have to do those, right? But I like yours better.
Right. No, I'm with you.
And I only pick Texas Roadhouse for the Bloomin' Onion. If you could make those,
if I could make those,
I'd be in heaven.
I think that's all we need.
All right. So finish the sentence. You know you've been married too long when
the other person is dead.
Stop it. It's supposed to be funny, not morbid.
That is funny.
All right. The weirdest thing about Crystal is.
The weirdest thing about Crystal is. I mean, here's the thing is, I feel like the 40-year-old virgin because it's like there's so many things running through my head right now. But there's not. I can't. I'm trying to think of something. So when you blow out a vape or a cigarette, you like push the air out in a way that Grandma Ree used to do it too. But it's like weird. It's like you're like I can't it's hilarious. It's not really irritating.
Right.
Or what was it? Was it irritating or weird?
It's weird or irritating.
Oh, yeah.
Well, because originally, the original question when I talked to you about it the other day was irritating.
Oh, okay.
But he switched it to weird.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that would be
that's hilarious though. Which actually makes so me and Chappie are gonna have to have a conversation later because I literally think everything I do is weird or annoying. I'm that person that thinks I'm just annoying everybody. Right. I think if I look too pretty, I'm annoying. If I look too ugly, I'm annoying. I feel like if I try to reach out to somebody who hasn't reached out to me, that I'm being annoying.
I'll tell you when you're annoying is when in the middle of the night, you haven't done it in a very long time, but there was a time where you were doing it a lot, and you would crunch ice.
Oh yeah, I don't
eating ice at like 2 a.m. And sometimes that's loud.
Yeah,
I'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
That was part of my diabetes, babe. I don't have diabetes anymore. Right.
But no, that was
I knew that annoyed you. Yeah, and you did actually disclose that to me historically. That's not a surprise. But I don't eat ice at all anymore.
Right. No, I haven't.
I used to love it. I was broken of it when we got an ice machine because now I don't have the good ice anymore. The ice machine is not good. All right. Our marriage in one movie title would be. I know.
That's an interesting question. Can I come back to that in the next episode?
You can.
Because I want to think about that. But if I because it's like, let's see, a movie title. Talk amongst yourselves in the meantime.
Well, I have two off the bat, just because you know how I brand everything.
Yeah, go ahead.
It would either be Gilded Trash or Broke Down Palace.
Right. Those would be the obvious choices.
Right.
Because of historically what we've done.
Right.
But I would say something like, no holds barred. No.
You're going to have people thinking that we wrestle in our spare time.
No, we've never once wrestled.
No.
We're
That's
not
a
wrestlers.
No.
I love wrestling.
Yes.
However, I love wrestling. And do I wrestle with the kid? Yes. A little bit. He's young. He's a little too young for wrestling. But I have
Although he does do the Bundy Splash.
And he does do the Undertaker thing.
Oh, he does the Undertaker.
And we've
Speaking
also
of which,
simulated
sorry, guys.
Macho Man Randy Savage. You know what I mean?
So you're teaching the foundation.
Oh, of course.
You're giving him a good foundation.
Absolutely. I've pointed out on my shirt,
Mm-hmm.
I've pointed out every wrestler. Because you know how he does it. And I went there, I was like, that's Jim the Anvil Neidhart. That's the Ultimate Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior was Uncle Tim's favorite wrestler when we were younger. My brother Tim, but I'm saying Uncle Tim as a puppet.
Yeah, no. I obviously, I knew what you meant. I was thinking about like who my favorite. I went through different times where I had different favorite wrestlers. So.
Okay, so last question to wrap up this segment, and then I want to do a quick recap of something else. If we were on a reality show, what would the producers use as like our recurring joke montage?
Oh my God, there's so many things.
I know, there's so many things.
It would be like just stupid things that we say, the way that we say them, the way that you mess up words on purpose, not really.
Right. Like I did it once and then they stuck and now I can't undo them.
And then like times where I say things repeatedly. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? How many times is yesterday? Do you know what I mean? 1,000.
Right. That's neither here nor there.
That's neither here nor there.
Yeah, that would be it for sure. All right. So a couple of things to round out the episode. Again, July 2nd, you are going to be...
at McGarvey's in Altoona. And that then...
It's a competition, but Mark Riccadonna is performing that night, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So people want to come out for that.
Come out and see. If you don't want to come see Scott, come out and see Mark.
And then, we have other stuff further out.
Yeah. We'll talk about that later.
But that'll be,
Yep.
But yeah.
And then also further out, but just to cue you guys up, July 25th, we are back with DJ Heidi. This time we are back at the Alley in Central City. Haven't been there since the comedy show February 14th, but that is where we're...
Scoot Reed returns.
Yes.
Scoot
the
Reed
return
returns.
of Scoot Reed. Sorry. Real quick, I just wanted to recap that show we watched the other day, or that movie.
What show?
I Will Find You.
Oh, that was good.
Holy shit. Was that a show or a movie?
Yeah, it was a show.
Yeah, like a limited. It's a limited series
on Netflix. It was really good.
Was it Harlan Coben or?
Yeah. And it was like so many twists and turns.
Bro, it was so good.
Yeah.
And the only other thing I want to talk about is I ordered off the TikTok shop because I wanted to stop drinking brown tea because I'm trying to get my teeth cleaned up and whitened. So, and I'm also trying to cut back on coffee. So I am trying Loaded Teas by Kayla. I ordered a multi-pack. These are each packet makes one 32-ounce serving.
What is it?
And they have vitamin C, niacin, vitamins B, biotin, sodium, potassium, but I think I'm not sure if hers have caffeine in them. Maybe these are not the ones with caffeine, which is good too.
But not the ones you were looking for.
No, I ordered some other ones from some other companies. But anyways, we've got flavors like Blue Lagoon Breeze, Blue Raspberry Coconut. That's all one. Sunset Strawberry Splash, which is strawberry mango. Dragon Island Limeade, Peachy Palm Punch, Cherry Wave Blast, Watermelon Beach Bum, Deep Blue Paradise, Island Paradise,
Whoa.
Tropical Tide Twist. That is a strawberry peach dragon fruit.
How much is that?
And Coconut Cove Cooler Watermelon Coconut.
How much is each one of those big? How big of a drink?
32 ounces.
Whoa.
Yes. So I ordered this Summer Fun Island Blast pack or something.
Island Blast.
And I'm going to be reviewing them on TikTok. But if you guys are looking to get your vitamins, cut back on coffee and tea, get some flavors. I'm trying some other ones. I got some sour ones coming by a different company. I'm super excited. All right. And if nobody's told you bitches today,
Stay trashy.
stay there.
Rivers flow, mic in hand, laughs hit the air. UFOs flash without a care. Gilded trash where the wild things roam. Comedy legends, we bring it home. Haunted highways, midnight stash. Riding shotgun, kicking ass. Whisper, swirl, mysteries in sight. Who knows where we end up tonight? The beer ice cold and the music's good. Some old dive bar out there in them woods. Gas station snacks, campfire glow. Every Rutter's employee already knows. Egg rolls and lemon heads, fried pickles galore. Can't ever leave without buying the store. Gilded trash, where the wild things roam. Comedy legends, we bring it home. Haunted highways, midnight dash, riding shotgun, kicking ass. Hold tight now, it's a winding ride. Scott and Crystal, side by side. Barbecue joints, laughs that last. Hop on in, friends, this is Gilded Trash.